On Yee to break off in frame one. Here we go.
And so it has begun. First breakoff. Pretty TV-esque breakup, I'd say. I think she's got a really nice snooker. I don't know if anything's on, actually.
And the run back to bulk is looking very tricky. Hello there up in Canada to Snooker Canada. Thanks for tuning in. We'll pass along all your good wishes to all the players. That comes when you have a good breakoff shot. She's left a tough red to the middle, but I think Anya's just going to elect to play safe here. Slowly those reds will get dislodged. Yeah, Anya has definitely quite the resume. She was on the pro tour, so she's fighting hard to get back there. As I said in the opening, she is 3 times women's world champion, 3 times women's masters champion, and 4 times UK women champ. So definitely she knows what to do when she gets to the table. Jaique has had some success a few years back. She's took a little break from the game, but has come back and played quite strong. Is actually ranked 30th in the world on the women's side.
Wow, look at that pot.
That shows confidence and great angle on the blue to get into the red. So let's see what Anya can do with this.
So much more fun watching the pros in person, especially when you can see the acceleration they put on the ball. For some reason, TV doesn't do it right for me. I don't know why, but when you see the stroke live in person, we saw the Luca Purcell exhibition last weekend. It's a different understanding. I don't know what it is.
It's true as well, like just how softly they shoot.
Yeah. It's not about speed, right?
No, it's really control. And well, these tables are in fantastic condition. All you guys here at Ox have just really stepped up your game, and we have world-class conditions with these star tables.
Well, on you with a chance here, and she's looking pretty good. Taking this bottom red out of the bunch, I think, next. Float forward, opens up a few more reds.
Yeah, she didn't just keep her composure. I'd almost say that this probably frame is hers. Like there's.
I mean, we've seen her clear up from here for sure. It's really this one, once she clears this red that's kind of just to the left of the pack on its own. Everything else kind of opens up quite nicely, I'd say. Yeah, played for that one. Oh, did she cluster them though? She might have to go into the pack one more time.
22.
True, probably going to just use the cushion here to come on to the black. Or maybe actually pink into the side, actually.
Yeah, pink in the middle is nice because then she might be able to set up for one of these reds. Especially if it's on, but I don't know. It's a natural way, I guess, also to kind of split them. If she can run off of some of the reds and play for the pink again. Depends on the angle, really.
Good to hear that Keith Butler is tuning in all the way from Birmingham, England. And hello to David Press. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And sometimes we get carried away because we're such fluent in the game, Christian and I, that we forget that sometimes we have some new fans there. So if you do have any questions, feel free to ask us. You know, even if it's a simple one like how much that black is worth, we know that's 7 points, and you'll see these players wanting to hang around that ball a lot because that's where you can really make a dent into the scorecard. Stun shot there. Kind of going into a semi-blind shot here. As with this black, she can see a little bit of the pocket in the corner of her eye. It's just a little bit more tricky, just needs a little extra care. Fantastic shot. I was actually talking to Matt Hewitt, who is one of the tournament directors, along with Diana Schuler, of this great event, because he paid us a visit in Canada before he came down here. And he was telling me that Yee is very disciplined. When they arrived here, they would come into the room and do 6 hours of practice each day leading up. So Yee is definitely really focused. That black went a little bit out of position, putting her onto a long red, and unfortunately she wasn't able to make it there. So let's see what Jaique can do with this opportunity.
Is her first real chance right at the table? Is this green on? It's actually, sorry, she's on the red, right? Red to the middle. It's going to be kind of a risky shot. She's probably going to play safe behind the yellow, I imagine.
Yeah, maybe just taking this red to the top right corner.
Maybe go for the plant.
Ooh. Maybe just a little first frame nerves, maybe with that little jump shot, but completely legal. Obviously, jump shots are not a preferred choice in this game. Actually, they are fouls if you don't hit, but that little pop up there, but it still hit the red, so it was okay.
Excellent.
Nice shot. Sorry.
No, good. Excellent pot.
So Yee back at the table. Yee and Jaique, they're great friends, both coming to us from Hong Kong. But when you're on the table, there's no friends. You just got to be ruthless, cutthroat, and playing for the victory if you want to host the trophy come Sunday night.
Ramil in the chat. How's it going, Ramil? Saying, come on, Hong Kong. Yeah, this is actually the Hong Kong group, right?
That's correct, yeah. Francis Chow, who lives here in Seattle, was he originally from Hong Kong?
Yeah, she's originally from Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I think Ramil has a safe bet there. If you're a betting person, if you want to bet on Hong Kong winning this match, you should be okay.
I think you should be fine, yeah. Even winning the group, I think. 'Cause it's the three of them, and I think we only had one drop in the tournament, so that group is now 3 players large, all from Hong Kong. Quite interesting.
And all very strong players. Definitely Yee and Jaique, but Francis is getting there, and I remember coming down here for one of my first tournaments, the Seattle Open, and Francis was in it, finding her way, but she's really improved and really grabbed this game by the threshold, so it's nice to see. Unfortunately, Miss Pink has left an open red for Jaique, so let's see if she can get back into this first frame.
So, first real chance for her really in this frame, right? Because the last pot into the middle or playing safe was going to be awfully tough. Definitely enough points to catch up in this as well. In with a chance, as some might say.
Yes, Chuck, I must say, Christian and I both actually were over at the Crucible this year. And if you are a fan of snooker, there's no other place in the world to be. It is pretty much nirvana over there come late April, early May. Lots of great snooker, lots of great snooker fans that you can mingle with from throughout the world. So I say put it on your list, save up those pennies. And I know one little trick some people like sometimes look on the websites and like, oh, there's all the tickets are sold out. But they have to wonder that sometimes this thing happens over there, that players or people buy a lot of tickets, and then maybe they're watching and Ronnie O'Sullivan unfortunately doesn't make it to a next round, so they kind of resell their tickets. So tickets do become available.
That was a fortunate, I guess, thing that we saw. We ended up getting a match for, I believe, the final. We ended up getting into the room for the Mark Selby 147 against Luca Brissell.
Wow, you lucky dog.
Yeah,
we were
amazing.
just watching it in the press room. Actually, the great Michael McMullen from Ireland. It was about, I think there were 2 reds that had gone down and 2 blacks. And Michael's like, I think the 147 is on. And sure enough, Mark Selby did that for the very first 147 in a World Championship final.
Yeah, incredible stuff.
Nice rest shot there by Yee. But can't take anything away from Canada's own Cliff Thorburn with the first 147 at the Crucible Theatre. So Yee with a 56-point advantage, and there's 65 on the table. Or 67, my apologies. So more reds and colors to seal the frame here. So she's got the frame now. There's 1 snooker required. So I think this is going to be the first frame for Yee. She has a 77 to 7 advantage.
Wow, what a pot there. Tight middle pockets here at Ox as well. Believe this isn't in the group stage. There is a rule as well that they're going to be playing to a certain lead, right?
I believe so. I think maybe when they get down to the colors, if 3 4-point or more snookers are required, then it's a concession.
Yep.
Just not a bad ruling. Not a bad ruling in the amateur world as well, just to kind of keep things going and kind of teaching the new players that the sportsmanship kind of is to, when you're down so much, there's a point of concession. So Anya takes that first range. She's got 2 more. She can put 2 more. That will really be a good first step to hoisting the trophy Sunday night. Yes, Chuck, I'm definitely aware that the governing body over there, World Snooker, is taking an eye over here on North America. They definitely, in Canada, there was a rich history with the likes of Cliff Thorburn, 1980 world champion, Kirk Stevens, famously with that white suit when he made a 147, and who could forget Big Bill Werbenek, who pretty much drank Canada dry, was his thing. That's actually, I think, a documentary in the works about Bill, and that's aptly titled. the man who drank Canada Dry because he was not afraid of any lager that was in front of him. Nice safety shot there by Yee to combat the break-off by Jaique. Might be a little pacey here.
This red might leak out. It's going to leave a shot. Yeah, pot is on, I think, for this red. Left corner pocket. There's a nice shot of Dave Daly, a referee there in the back. Doing the good work.
This little drag shot to hold for that black.
Excellent speed.
And there's a few open reds that you can start chipping away with this black. So this is kind of where the difference sort of happens between the pro and the amateurs. When the pro gets into the balls, they really punish you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Carl, good to hear from you. He runs the Rochester Snooker Academy. Or no, it's In the Pocket.
In the Pocket.
Thank
yeah,
you.
It's in Rochester, Washington. In the Pocket Snooker Academy. Carl Hancock in the Facebook chat saying hello. Says, say hi to Peter Kwan for me. He played some snooker last night at our club. His way up to the tournament. Sounds good. We'll have to say hello. A little bit of hampered queuing on this red. It's going to be a tough spot here, I think.
She might. This is an element of safety, taking this red into the left top corner pocket and running up the bulk.
Yeah, 147 was on. We all like to see that, but unfortunately, there was not going to be easy from that position after that black. Just came a little bit short, I think.
I think Mike is trying to bait us into the commentator curse. You know, we're not supposed to be mentioning these numbers until we get to the end.
Such high numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So they are playing 3 full frames, right? So I believe it's not just a best of 3, but it is an entire 3 full frames for this group stage. It's a little bit different format than last year. But I guess having this be a 3-day event instead of just a 2-day event helps give us more time to play a full group knockout stage.
Was it 2 days last year? I thought it was
There might have been 3, yeah, actually. I don't know.
I think it was 3.
Yeah, if it was 3, then yeah, makes a lot of sense.
We'll just have to see what our statisticians say in the chat room.
Look
Wow.
at that pot. Oh, I think this black is on. It looks awfully tight.
It's tough from this angle on the
I
screen.
don't know. I'd say I delegate to yes. You know, just these camera angles can be deceiving. So when in doubt, I always feel like the answer is yes. Dave Daly looking in just to make sure. Foul here.
When in doubt, I trust the player, as they have the best best sight on it.
Simon Barker in the Facebook chat saying hello. Great venue, great owner. Host Mike Dominguez promoting snooker in the U.S. and great commentator David Burney here in the booth.
Oh, thank you very much, Simon. You make me blush, and now it's my turn because, missed the black there.
Yeah, so it wasn't on. So I think we're going to get a respot most likely here.
Like, there are table mechanics, and then there are Simon Barker, that's for sure. The man is a miracle worker. Check out his website. Simon, feel free to put a link up on the chat. As Simon does, there's a great great video Simon up there of his doing his handiwork of just replacing and getting a little bit of thread that was forcing the cue ball to make some funny direction. Dave kind of was looking a little bit our way to just see about where he's spotting that red.
It looks pretty close to me, actually, based on our video view. Yeah, it looks pretty dead on, I'd say.
He's done it again.
Oh, just barely went past.
Yeah, we'll have to tell Dave we're kind of sometimes busy describing material that sometimes finding where balls are is more referee job,
I'm
right?
just thinking for a second, so it's 2 is the second miss.
But it's all working together to create a great experience and a fair experience for all players.
Okay.
So I think Dave wants to just double check with us.
Yeah, it looks good to me, I think. Oh, did catch the black that time. Just barely.
So Javier, this it's a round robin for today and a little bit into tomorrow. And there's 4 players in each group, and they're playing all frames. So it's not like a best. We have the best of 3 marker on the score sheet there. They will play all 3 frames as, you know, even though you lose maybe 2-1, that one frame really might help you out to get into the knockout round that starts tomorrow afternoon. But if you win a match 3-0, it's a good idea, good mantra to have.
Oh, just caught that point of that draw. Just leave a shot on. Yep, pot is on. If not the red closest to the middle pocket. One just below the pink.
That should be a good shot to get onto the blue. And great to hear from our good friend Stephen Wong, last year's U.S. national champion. And we'll be all descending down to Embassy Billiards.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing event. U.S. Nationals coming up in September 1st through 4th. I hear Dave Burney's going to be in the booth for that one, too. It's going to be a good one.
True, and I believe Christian Youngers is going to be helping out doing all his techy gadgetry.
Yeah,
So
maybe a little bit of stuff in the background. No big deal.
hope you guys all like what we do, because we're happy to be here and definitely looking forward to be in La La Land as the U.S. Nationals goes Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Oh, David Brock over in the YouTube chat. Hello, David Brock. Past, I believe, runner-up. Seattle Snooker Open runner-up
Yes.
2 years ago.
the-
Is that right?
He might have been third,
Third.
place.
Yeah,
'Cause
third place.
I think it was
That's right.
CCU and Varun Junaje.
Yeah, that's right. They had doubleheader matchup again. That's right.
Yeah. CC won the first Seattle Snooker Open back in 2022. And then it was a rematch this past March for CC and Varun. And Varun was victorious this time in a nail-biting decider 5-4. So,
Yeah, he's got it third place. Yep. All right. Good chance. Here with a few reds to pick off. Unfortunately, this frame does look like it's going to become a grinder once you get to these reds on the left part of the table, but at least a chance to score some points. Put some pressure on Yee.
it's really nice to see as well some of these more higher ranked players. you really see a really pronounced delay in their backswing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely when we come to our next match with Mink, she really holds it back there. You pretty much feel like you could read a book. She leaves it so long in the backswing and then delivers a perfect strike
Yeah.
through the cue ball.
Yeah, it's all about that transition. Especially in the game of snooker, you see a lot more of the pause at the back, just to help with that smoothness of stroke and transition from backwards to forwards motion. Obviously, when you come to the pool world and other cue sports, a little bit quicker transitions are there. But then again, sometimes you need a little bit more spice and everything nice into the cue ball, and maybe not as much accuracy. So I think that's kind of the trade-off you take there.
This isn't too bad, this black, for a right-hander. She's a left-hander. These reds would be a little bit of a nuisance.
Chuck's saying he wants to maybe come for one of the USSA events in the future. Do keep an ear out. I think there are plans to be hosting some other events aside from just the U.S. Nationals. Maybe rumors of a possible U.S. Open. We shall see, though. Not exactly sure what the USSA has in store, but hopefully growing the sport, getting more events out there will be awesome for us Americans over here.
You know what I like about an open event? Anybody can join it.
Exactly.
We can get some Canadians, some
Yeah.
Mexicans, some
Let's do it.
Guatemalans, some Brazilians.
Present North America. We might even get some Europeans to come over the water. Oh, Chris Robbins in the chat also. Saying, always so impressed with everything that comes out of Ox Billiards. Thanks for the beautiful stream and great commentary. Thank you, Chris. Shout out to her. Ex-Team Oregon player for the Northwest Cup, pool player. Really strong. Always at all the Western BCA events. And
There might have been a foul there because I think she hit the rest with the blue.
no, the red came around and hit the
Oh,
rest.
did-
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit close, very difficult to see, but came two cushions around. Yeah, bit of an awkward rest shot as well, but left her with hampered queuing.
Tell you that green is a nice spot to get behind.
This is looking like that's what she's aiming for. It's going to be a little bit short, though.
Getting behind the green would have been the bonus, but at least she's on the good side of the bulk line. Yee Ng Jaique, quite a long shot.
I imagine trying to cut this red to the left corner pocket. That way you can escape. Maybe a shot to nothing, but you might have to leave it if you hit it soft enough. So prioritizing, obviously, the safety behind brown, yellow, green. She might make this pot, but really she's playing the safety here. Gonna get behind blue, it looks like, for most of the pack. And I think there's an edge of this red below the black. It is an escape as well. Maybe trying to do the same kind of safety once again. How's the line? Just tapped into the yellow. Very close to being maybe a little bit dangerous there for Jackie. Get some folks. David Broadcasting, did Mary Venus pulled out? Yeah, unfortunately she had to cancel. So she would have been in this group on Yee. This now, I guess, it was Hong Kong plus one American, but now it's a full Hong Kong trifecta.
But
With Francis Cho and these two.
But Mary was here last year. Predominantly a pool player, but she definitely was willing to give snooker a try last year. She enjoyed her experience. But as things happen in life, things come up. So we wish Mary all the best. We're missing her if she's tuning in. But hopefully we can see her again next year. Looks like our defending champion Jamie Hunter has taken the first frame over Marion Poole. Just looking at some other matches in the room, and they're still in their first frame. So
Nice little dump shot here on this safety. I believe this red might be close to touching, but I don't think touching ball has been awarded, so must just be really close. Wasn't really anywhere else to play safe there, so I think the dump shot is the right call. We might see this cue ball being left on the top cushion here, maybe under the black. Realistically, as long as you cover this red by the pink, I think, is really the only aggressive shot that can be on. So, oh, stopped it to play a little tap shot. Okay.
has left on Yee this red below the pink to the right
Yeah,
middle.
that is the only concern there.
Yeah, looking at that last shot that Jaique had, safety seemed very tricky. So I think just on Yee's going to run back to bulk.
The line is going to be a little bit off. You need to hit that a little bit more angle there, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Pot is on. Just hampered queuing here.
Yeah, I think there's a little passageway possibly.
You can get around the black, maybe. Yep, got around the black, but hit it a little bit thick. Awfully thin red now into this middle pocket.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like here?
I almost like maybe take if it can get past those two reds into the top right, but no, she's going for that thin cut that you described, Christian, and did it wonderfully.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a messy little table here. That red is open below the pink. Red on the right cushion, and then the one on the top cushion. It's going to come up with some good shot making here on Yee.
Nice screw shot there. Can actually over screw it a bit. I think she was trying to play for the red below the pink.
I think so, yeah. She definitely had her Wheaties this morning. She really got into that, yeah.
Chris Robinson watched her play all last year. The vest required dress code. I believe, yes, waistcoat is required for this event. So that being dress shirt, slacks, and vest.
You call them slacks too. I thought you were a younger guy. I thought slacks was like an old
Dress
person
pants?
term.
Or what do you call them? Dress pants?
I call them dress pants.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works too. Dress pants.
I feel
Dress
like
pants, dress shoes, waistcoat.
people that collect like old age pension call them slacks.
I guess it's a bit more colloquial, the word slacks, no? Sounds a bit like you're slacking. I don't know.
But yeah, the dress code is definitely part of the culture
Mhm.
with snooker. Like, you look at a golfer, they have to wear a polo shirt and khaki pants.
Mhm.
You have a uniform when you play hockey, or a football jersey when you play football, or that's American football. Even
Yeah.
English football, that over in North America we call it soccer. Sorry for making those English fans cringe by saying the S word.
Excellent shot here, though. Is it pronounced Jaique? Jaique? Need to ask her. Ip Wan.
Yeah, as I understood, it's kind of like Jaique, that old sitcom actor, I think from old 227.
Gotcha.
This is the first time I've met Jaique, so it's with no disrespect. We are trying to pronounce you the best. And it looks like Jocelyn has taken a 1-0 lead in her match.
She's on that back top left corner of your screen right there with Vinit racking the balls. Tough red here. It's a big pot. Wow, excellent shot. Just a bit short of pace, but a great pot. Those are awfully tricky on these tables. Extremely tight corner pockets. But the new felt helps a little bit. The new cloth helps them slide in just a little bit more. But give them another 2 or 3 weeks, I think, and they're going to be even tighter.
Yeah, and I think this is just the first match of the tournament. With them playing more and more, they'll get a feeling. And as we saw, Jaique not screw back enough for the pink, and then On Yee overscrewed for the pink. Those corrections will be made quite quickly in these players' minds, and they'll be fighting all weekend. There's a lot of good ranking points up there, and unfortunately with Rhiannon Evans, who's number 1 in the world, didn't come over for this tournament, so there's potential to see a new number 1 ranked player.
Yeah, these are official ranking points from what I understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't think it's maybe as much as a big event like the UK Open or anything, for example, but still ranking points are ranking points, so good opportunity here. And
But very important for the growth of the game, as this is World Women's Snooker. Just for the game to keep growing, they need to come out to these different markets. I think talking to Matt Hewitt, he was telling me that last year they had 9 tournaments in 5 continents.
wow, that's impressive, yeah. Australia was one, I heard, and I think, was there something in Thailand?
Thailand, obviously North America, where we were last year,
Mhm.
and then obviously Britain. So I don't think you can get onto all continents, because a snooker match in Antarctica would be a pretty tricky thing, that's for sure. But it could be fun. Maybe we could go to Antarctica someday and
Okay.
commentate down there.
I imagine they play with clear or the light blue bays maybe there. Just a table with ice on it, maybe. That's about it. Let's talk about frictionless. Can you imagine playing on ice? Would be quite fun, I imagine.
As long as it rolls true, we'd be okay.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Appreciate it, Mike Garrett over in YouTube chat saying we're Hawks here in Seattle starting to get some global recognition. We're here for the love of the sport, trying to grow it. And I think that is that the second time she's been hampered on that yellow. Bit unfortunate, but good safety play from On Yee to force a few misses, but oh wow, tough bot there, and I think she's actually covered it. Looks awfully close. Can we see from this angle? I think the pot is on, but it's awfully thin. Taking a second look.
Yeah, I think she needs to go down by that red, have a little talk, and maybe the echo can come back to the cue ball, because that is a long distance right here. I'd say that's almost about. But those reds might be in the way. There's a long red by that pocket, so she doesn't want to leave it on for On Yee. So good safety shot is needed here. Hopefully, can get behind that yellow.
Looks like it's gonna run into something. Nope, I think the pot is on.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that red kind of squirted out a bit. Yeah,
Yeah, can't she get by?
it's covered. It's definitely covered, the bottom red. But that red being there makes the pocket play much larger. So any red that kind of goes in that area can definitely go in off. She might go offensively here. She put her in a pretty tough spot, I'd say. Big pot for this frame. There it is.
Big pocket, nice little rub off that red to stay for the black. It's going to be a bit hampered.
Yeah, unfortunate actually to get that hampered on this ball because that was quite the shot.
Good to hear our friends are tuning in from South Carolina. Always great to see where everyone's tuning in from. It's a global game, so we have friends all over this great world.
This is world class snooker too. These are what, four of the top 5 players right now on the ranking tour. Never thought I'd ever see that. Incredible.
Yeah, On Yee is ranked 3rd in the world in the women's, and Mink is
Nice.
ranked number 2 in the women's side, ranked 100 on the Pro Tour. And Bex Kenna, who's sponsored by Ox, she's number 4 ranked on the women's side and has her pro card and has a ranking of 125. So she's a bit down the list there. I'm pretty sure she's a strong player and she'll climb higher there. And last year's champion, Jamie Hunter, is ranked 5th in the world on the women's side. So the caliber is there, and there's a lot of great local players that have come. And actually, we had Marianne McConnell, who will be coming up on the TV table, I think tomorrow, down from Canada. She actually was the 1984 World Championship runner-up to Mandy Fisher. So it's great to see Marianne back at the table. Great to see some Canadian influence. Hopefully so we can get some more Canadians come down. And if you're wanting to find any of the results in this great tournament, feel free to go over to snookerscores.net and just search out the U.S. Women's Snooker Open. And you should find all the scores, the brackets really up there, the group stagings that will lead into the brackets. Right now we're just in the first batch of matches here. It's day 1 of the WineCellars.com U.S. Women's Snooker Open 2023 live at Ox Billiards in the Emerald City of Seattle, Washington. It's David Burney in the booth with Christian Youngers. I think there's going to be some other guests sprinkled out throughout the weekend. This is a great opening match here between 2 great Hong Kong players with Yee and Jaique. Our referee, Dave Daly, is keeping everyone in check.
Yeah, great cue ball, I agree. Control. Nice little safety here. Putting the pressure back on. Chalkbox Productions, local pool live stream over here, asking if there's a rating system in snooker similar to Fargo rate like there is in pool. There is not currently I guess you would call it like an ELO-based rating system that's relative ranking. They do have an official ranking in the Pro Tour, but obviously that's like world ranking, kind of like how you would see in other pro events, and some amount of points for place or prize money, etc. is usually how it goes. And I think you can check that out on the World Women's Snooker website to see kind of all the current rankings. But every player in this tournament is going to gain a ranking spot, I believe. So
great to hear. It might tempt maybe some of these Americans or the Canadian player maybe take a trip down under and go to the Australian Open. This looks nice.
Oh yeah,
Very
excellent.
Nice done by
Nice.
Anye. So referee Daly just taking a good look, just in case he needs to come back and respot. As in the round robin, there are 2 putbacks, so 3 attempts. But when we get into the knockout phase, it's where the real cruelness of this game can come back up. So it'll be all unlimited putbacks until we're into a snooker's required stage. Nice hits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was excellent shot there by Jaique. Didn't really leave anything on. There might be a little double here. Those are always a little bit tricky.
Trying to get to the same spot, it looks like. Good attempt there. Yeah, the cross double is the right shot here. It looks a good, decent line, just a little bit short of length. But getting on this bulk cushion is never a bad thing in this sport.
Now, they say it's a thinking person's game. But you don't definitely want to be thinking about the bad stuff, and having that ball against the cushion makes it just a little bit frustrating. Another thing to swirl around in your head when you're taking the shot. Looks like in frame 2, Jamie Miller is up on is
Oh, is it Louise? Are you talking about table Alex?
yes,
Yeah.
Louise. Actually, Louise is up in the first frame on Jamie Miller. Jamie Hunter is up in the second frame over. Look out who that is over there. P. Molina?
No, not Molina.
No?
Which tables?
Table Beck's over there.
Oh, table Bex. Believe it might be Kathleen. Yeah,
Oh.
Jamie Hunter and Kathleen, I believe, are on table Bex.
Okay.
The one shooting now, yeah. Well, greetings from Germany. Dodev in the Dodev26 over on YouTube.
Well, I hope you got a good amount of coffee in you over there in Germany, because coming up at 1600, be about 4 p.m. local time here in Seattle, your very own German Diana Schuler, tournament director.
She's up on the live stream.
She'll be up on the live stream against sponsored own Bex Kenna. So that's going to be an interesting match to finish off day one.
Yeah, it's a highlight match for sure. This is an opportunity to close out the frame, I think, for On Yee. And they're playing full 3 frames, right? So we're definitely going to see a third.
Yeah, that's it. Always, a lot of the times, you see in the amateur game, as much as this is professional side as well, but we do have amateurs in it. A lot of it comes down to the colors. Very nice. I think she just let out a little breath there, just wanting that cue ball just to hold for the yellow, and it's right in her zeitgeist.
Mm-hmm.
Take down and bury into the bottom of the pocket. So look at the scoreboard.
Should be clearance here, I think, on. This black is the only weird part, but looking like 20. Ooh.
Yeah, I wanted that green to really kind of force Jackie not to come to the table, because only one snooker is required with 27 in it and 25 on the table.
I already got the frame ball. I guess the yellow is the frame ball, so 1 snooker required. Gonna make it a little bit tough, that's for sure. This is a decent opportunity, actually, for a snooker, I imagine. Rolling up to the back of this black. Sorry, back of this brown. Apologies. So maybe like too much angle, actually, for that shot. Just thinking about...
It's interesting because Jackie will, if she wants to take the frame, she's going to need that black at some point in time.
Yeah.
And if there was an angle that she could have just to break it out off the screen, unfortunately, I don't think she got the snooker there. And she's still, it's a tricky green for On Yee, but she's left it on.
I wonder how often she gets the joke on you. It was on.
See what you did there?
Yeah. Probably not too much, I guess, unless she's really around some obnoxious Americans like me or something like that. I don't know.
Hey, Kenny, thanks for tuning in from Seattle. Well, you know what? We're in Seattle. Admission is free to this event. So if you're in the area, feel free to come on down to Ox Billiards. We're here on 1432 Broadway Street in the Capitol Hill area of Seattle. And we're just getting started on this Wine Cellars U.S. Women's Snooker Open of 2023. So definitely pay us a visit. Well, Dudiv26, our friend in Germany, I believe, obviously, all these matches, once they do come completion, they will be uploaded on Ox's YouTube and Facebook page, so you can rewatch them. You may not be able to watch them live because that's going to be quite late into your Friday night, almost early Saturday morning over there in Deutschland, when we have your very own Diana Schuler on the TV table a little later this afternoon.
Yeah, you should be able to go to the live tab over on the YouTube channel, or I believe on the Facebook page, it'll just automatically be the most recent post. So go ahead, check it out.
Nice weight on your cue ball there, Jack. You just got it real tight to the top cushion.
That's a good attempt.
Yeah, On Yee's not going to want to do anything with pretty much that black ball.
Chuck saying just be on the lookout. He said he might have seen a Just Stop Oil protester over on the streets in Seattle. I think we'll catch them before they get in here, that's for sure.
You forget we got Big Daddy Kane, Mike Dominguez in here, and if anyone's going close with any illegal substance towards his table,
Oh, we'll hear about it, that's for sure.
we might even see it if it's on the TV table, because we know these protesters always do like to make a scene for everyone.
It's really only pink to play behind on this. It's going to try to float the blue past the pink. Advantage of putting it down here is that you might be able to open up the black, which definitely plays
Yeah.
towards Jackie's favor.
I think if she goes cushion first. Oh, no.
Yeah,
That result was okay.
might actually get the snooker here. Oh, gotten away with it? Is the fluker on?
Only if we have nails on a blackboard.
Nope.
But, yeah, sometimes that dreaded double kiss can be definitely dreadful, but it's very fortunate right there On Yee was.
It's a tough spot to be in. Black is not available. Only really one ball to hide behind, but with just one snooker, you have to be playing for these opportunities. This is going to be a pot available, though.
This definitely should be the frame. Yeah, just where that pink is, it's out in the open. It's not. If it was near a cushion, that would be just a lot better. Should take a 2-0 advantage for On Yee. But if Jackie's able to take the third frame, that she'll get out at least with one frame on the board, which could be very important as the tournament progresses. But pretty sure On Yee wouldn't mind the whitewash 3-0 here. So that's frame 2 to On Yee, and we'll be right back with some great frame 3 action. Frame 3 and On Yee to break off. Thanks for tuning in, Gary Orr, a great player up there in Canada. Really visited all. You know, Vancouver's pretty close to Seattle, so any of you Vancouverites up there in Canada, feel free to come on down. I know that border can be a bit tricky, but you know what? I think I've educated about 15 border guards on the game of snooker.
What's a nice bump?
Mind being a bit thinner on it, but still a good long red.
Those long reds always make me a little nervous, just because you always have that risk of going straight into the pack and getting no black availability or anything. So I'd rather be on the black than on nothing. So it's a good safety here.
Mm-hmm. You'll get back onto that top cushion. A few reds on, but very tricky when you've got that cue ball close to a cushion and the length you have to go. Very nice. What a shot there.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Foul on this.
So yes, proving to be a great snooker there. As Yee has sacrificed 4 points, and Jaique is not going to put her back. She does have the option, but just how this red is sitting there and the black and this, he's got to slow down. Look out for that middle pocket. Ooh. Jaique gave a little swing dance there at the end, kind of making sure it wouldn't drop. But luckily, the big earthquake that's supposed to hit the West Coast didn't happen there.
Not quite in time, that's for sure. Yeah, best you could do on that, I think. You have to play for this loose red into the left corner next.
The black's not tied up, so a few little reds for Jaique that you could chip away with a little bit of lead, but in a little bit of time, she's going to have to go into the pack. She just got ahead of herself a little bit. It's a tough thing with this, the game. Your mind just races ahead as you can see a red, then you see your color, then another red color. It's just a world of possibilities. But sometimes if you take your mind off that first red, it can be disastrous. As Jaique might find out the hard way here.
8.
Hopefully we can get some good wide shots of some more higher ranked women players. As you see, the only thing that is moving is that back arm. There's a good shot right there on our camera. Just watch on Yee. Nothing is moving except that back arm just swiveling back and forth. It popped up a little early on that shot, but it was all right.
Hit a little pacey too. I didn't imagine she hit it that hard, but I guess just playing for the loose red first. Makes sense. Always play for the loose reds when you can, and then run into the pack after you maximize your points. Not a bad strategy.
Yeah, she could slowly take this red into the top left corner, be on the black. Just playing with pace to come off the cushion. Very nicely done. Good angle on the black to get into the bunch here. So a little bit of luck on this shot, but it's there for her. Just didn't get the black, but it's okay. No real easy starter there for Jaique. This goes back to what we were saying about just, racing ahead sometimes. You take that black for granted because you're really focused on you want to get a good split to continue the break. You can't really win a match or frame when you're sitting in your chair. That's what's so tough about this game. You're just sitting there helpless, feeling handcuffed, just watching your opponent rack up points, and there's not anything you can do. It's the only sport really out there. You're just watching your opponent slowly putting you into the grave, shall we say. Pace to get behind the pink. It's all right. Jackie's going to have to come back with a good safety. So reds are spread out. It's definitely one that's sitting over the top left pocket. See what the route would be. She might be able to get behind the green, actually. Making that red kind of in the middle of the left side of the table.
Oh, went for the pot? Wow.
Very nicely done.
My voice skipped a few intervals there. My goodness.
It gets exciting in here, that's for sure.
That's how good the pot was, I guess.
I think so, yeah. I guess looking back at that with that red there was a larger pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Pockets are cut to professional standards. Our good friend and the great Simon Barker was in here a few weeks ago, just getting everything tuned up for this great championship. Discussed it there, a little raise of the hand to apologize. That's one of the pieces of etiquette that goes along with this game. All shots usually are intended. Flukes do count, but usually it's a raise of a hand. And the name actually is just eluding me right now. If anyone remembers in the chat room, there actually was a player, when he had a fluke, he would laugh at your face.
Oh,
He
really?
wouldn't raise his hand.
I guess that's one way to approach it. Interesting. We got some elevated queuing here. It's a tough one. Oh, it's playing for the safety all the way. Wants that red to hold up. Yeah, not too bad. He's gonna leave a pot on though into this left corner pocket. Wanted to screw that back behind the pink, possibly. Oh, Shu Cheng Chow are on YouTube. Says he's saying that I teleported from Vegas. Yeah, I was just there playing the pool tournament.
Wow, very long pot. Teleport, I guess. Are we looking for the gym? That's clearly impossible, or clearly illogical. That's
Illogical.
Mr. Spock would say all the time.
Unfortunate though that red did end up clogging up the blue. So now we're gonna see another safety. Uh-oh, double kiss. Sixty asking, did he react? That player that used to laugh in your face, did he have a reaction whenever somebody flipped against him or no?
I wonder. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, Shu Cheng. This is the all Hong Kong group. On Yee, Ip Wan, and for our very own Francis Cho. All from Hong Kong. Pretty cool if you ask me.
But it's definitely nice to see that snooker's getting more out there in literature and film. So if you were a fan of the game, like a great Rack Pack that came out a few years ago by the BBC was a great production of the Alex Higgins and Steve Davis rivalry from the 80s. And Brendan Cooper actually has written a great book called Deep Pockets, a real philosophical book.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed it. Really, you should look out. And as well, Luke Edwards did a great book about Patsy Houlihan. And a lot of people are like, who is that? And
That's a name I've heard before.
he is supposedly the best snooker player you've never seen. So unfortunately, back when he was trying to get on the pro circuit, Joe Davis was in charge, and it was kind of a closed kind of shop for various reasons. So Patsy actually had to hustle his way up and down England just to make money with his snooker abilities. But people say he was just a phenomenal player and a very, very nice guy. And sometimes you hear when someone says a hustler, you feel they might be a little bit shady or something like that. But no, he had time for everyone. When you were coming in the room, I know when Tony Mio and Jimmy White were first starting out, they met up with Patsy, and Patsy was just full of knowledge, really helping out those guys. And Tony Mio, great player, but we definitely know what Jimmy White's been doing for almost over 40 years, still on the tour. So 2 books, definitely check them out. You can find them pretty much anywhere where you get literature. You can get the old-fashioned way that are actual tangible books that can still help you kill those flies, or you can get it on an ebook. To say, Christian, these 2 ladies are not afraid of the long pots.
That's for sure.
Just like,
Just no fear, right? Just
they come and they just take it on. Just wonder if that might change. Obviously, Yee and Jackie are going to know that there's going to be some very lower ranked players, let's say the locals that are here, more of an amateur player. But you never know, when an amateur might hit a run or something like that. So, and they don't know the player, maybe because they're going for these long pots. They do know their opponents and know they might not be in too much trouble. Yes, Nigel, it's too bad that we didn't have Rianne over here, or we have the top 5 players, top 5 ranked players on the women's side in this lovely tournament. But having 4 or 5 isn't too bad in the second year of this tournament.
not too shabby, I agree.
No, this is Anye and Mink's first time on U.S. soil playing the great game of snooker. And obviously, Bex Kenna and Jamie Hunter were here last year. They battled it out in the final.
Speaking of Mink, she is in the building now.
Very, very, very nice lady. Definitely always sweet, kind, very nice, gentle smile when you see her in a room. But then she gets on the table. It's a whole different person. Determined. She'd like to put her name on the trophy, that's for sure.
Long pot attempt here. This is going to be a spicy one if it goes in. Oof. Great attempt. You always know if it ever just catches one of the points or rattles a bit. It was always a lot closer than you might think, because at that distance, you got to be quite accurate. That's for sure.
Yep. Left a mid to long pot here. Obviously, for Yee going from one side of the table to the other. Always a little bit more difficult. But they have no fear, as we've said, going for these long pots. And what you really want to do is, when there's a lot more reds on the table, you want to cut the table in half, make it a 6x6 table, and just put some reds and blacks together to create a high score. Tough side pockets. It was a tough angle.
But absolute class, though, this match. Definitely.
That is correct. Yes. 1991 film. I think it had almost like a martial arts masse shot, I believe.
You're talking about the comment, right?
This feature, this film that our friend
Xu Cheng.
Xu Cheng, thank you.
Yeah.
Was bringing up that Stephen Chow starred in, and Jimmy White was in it. I have seen that little clip. I think Stephen Chow, flew up in the air and did some martial arts, coming down and tried a masse. Maybe he had dug the cue into the table. It's 1991. That was a long time ago. We wouldn't have been able to do that in 91. This kind of broadcast. So,
fortunately, wasn't born yet either. So,
wow. The truth comes out. But it's really great for this game. I must admit, we have to thank the internet.
Oh, for sure.
Because I do remember when I was a young chap back in Canada, being able to watch some snooker on their sports network. But then all of a sudden, it kind of disappeared, and it just really hasn't come back from mainstream sports entertainment in North America. So getting the internet going and getting us with these live streams just really opens up the door. And not everyone's going to pick up a cue and play snooker, but there might be a few that might go, hey, I wouldn't mind giving this a try. I know Rihanna Evans has spoke highly of little girls back in England getting inspired. I think there's one great story that she heard of that a little girl was like, wow, I didn't know women could do this. I thought they were just referees. So hopefully we have some youngsters tuning in and to get inspired. Because I think we're getting away from the old feeling, obviously the image of North America was a hustling scene, a smoke-filled room, dark atmosphere in these pool halls. But that's going of the dodo bird, shall we say. As things are changing, as these rooms are definitely becoming more family-friendly. Obviously you can't smoke anywhere inside anymore, so that's kind of out of the way. And if we make it more open for the whole family to come, have a good family experience, we're doing good things there, and that's what you guys are providing here at Aux, that's for sure. It's no nonsense. So local gal Jocelyn is leading 2-0 in her match. If you want all the scores, they're being updated at snookerscores.net. Just search out the U.S. Open. We're in the third frame here. Jackie would like to at least get one frame on the board in the match, as all frames do count. Defending champion Jamie Hunter is leading her match 2-0, and that's leading the third frame 49-8. Jamie Miller is trailing. I believe that's Louise. 1-0. Louise Foster. And here we have Jaique up by 3 points, 25-23 in the third frame. We're just getting started. Up next on our TV table will be Mink Nutcharak against local Marissa Du, a youngster, a lot of potential there. I think it's going to be a great experience. It would definitely shock the world if Marissa was to take Mink, but hey, on the snooker table, anything's possible. She's got her dad coach in the room here. It's nice to see that Marissa is still maintaining a fun and enjoying it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. She just had a pretty nice placement. She played in the, I believe, BEF National Championships about couple weeks ago, I think. Pool tournament for, I believe, 14 and under, 18 and under, 22 and under, I think, events. And I believe she got third place on one of them against two dynamite pool players that are coming up as well. Two other ladies, Sophia Mast and the name, excuse me, Savannah Easton, Roadrunner Easton, and the Pink Dagger, Sophia Mast. So she ended up third in that tournament. So pretty good for showing up.
Yes, Samuel Lee turning in helps me with some great work back there in Canada in our events that we have in the Vancouver area. We've got one local referee, Mr. Dave Daly, and then Vineet Desanning. Thank you very much. Vineet has made the trip down from Vancouver. And
he's the roaming ref right there in the middle, top of your screen.
True. And all 4 star tables are in use for this tournament. So 4 star tables are at Ox. Beautifully maintained. Beautiful long pot there by Yee Ng.
Wow. Excellent long pot, yeah.
And Chuck, yes, we were around when Luca Bassel was in here. And you know what I noticed with Luca? It's very interesting. It seems like when he heard the pot go down, that's when he lifted his head. He kept his head down very deliberately for quite a long time.
Yeah, Luca Bassel, absolute class. Super nice guy as well. Amazing event.
Definitely. Nice and humble, too. You think, well, he's the 2023 world champion, but you wouldn't know it because he doesn't feel like he has that air about him. He just comes in and is very appreciative of all the work. And really happy to see that there's a great community out here supporting the game. And as I tell him, I'm Canadian. He's a non-Brit. He's a Belgian, so you got a Canadian in your corner. Sorry, Brits, but you guys got a lot of players to cheer for. Ooh.
No fluke there. Tough pot into the middle, but was laying up for this nice yellow next. So a big miss there from Yee Ng because she might be giving away this frame depending on the opportunity remaining. This is a chance, I think, for it to take the last frame.
And a lower angle on that yellow. She's got to really get in cue ball there, but did it quite nicely.
Yeah, excellent speed.
So this would be a nice little steal here for Jaique, that's for sure. Getting that one frame. Could mean the difference from her going home, but kind of want a group of 3. We'll see. Francis could be a wild card that really could give these other 2 Hong Kong players a run for their money.
Now, we have 2 players advancing from each group? Is that right?
Correct, yes. There's 4 groups, 2 players advance, as we'll have the knockout round, I believe, will start maybe the first round of the quarterfinals tomorrow afternoon. And then potentially the semis and finals on Sunday.
Okay.
Definitely take a look at snookerscores.net. That's where you can find the schedule, results of all the matches here. Oh. As we like to say, where's that DeLorean? Jackie wanted to go back in time. That was
Yeah.
a red she would make 99 out of 100 times.
I think this edge. Yeah. Is there an edge of this?
It's tough from our angle. Did she get second prize in the beauty contest here? No, and he was able to strike it.
How's the speed on this? Is the length there? Oh, I think pot might be on. Like I said, I always, based on this angle, it looks pretty close, but
Yeah. Both player and referee taking a look. And I think On Yee's going to come over and take a look as well. Everyone getting the action. I think even some spectators are taking a look.
big pot here for this frame. Blue and pink out in the open. Oh, managed to overcut it actually.
Yeah, there's no real trouble ball. Brown has run safer now, so I won't be surprised if On Yee tries to get behind the black here.
How's the line and length on this?
I'll take that any day of Tuesday.
Yeah, I think the two cushion escape is really all she wants to do here. Two cushions coming behind the brown. Stop the cue ball dead in its tracks, hit it as full as possible. But just a world-class shot from On Yee there.
Oh, just missed it.
Yeah, no contact, right?
No, cannons into the blue, so a 5-point penalty there.
But benefit of this one is that you do get a little bit of a chance now. You have kind of calibrated.
Yeah, not bad that she left 5 points with 6 points in the mat, in the frame. It's not the end of the world there. Because really, Jackie just wants to make the correct shot, not to just leave this brown easily on for On Yee.
This looks a lot closer. Oh, actually, no. It looked like the spin wasn't there.
Now it goes to the pink. I think this will be coming back for sure. Blue's just a bit of a pain. So that's what's great about this sport too. Referee and player both, talking together just to get the placement correctly back.
Yeah, it looks actually really close.
It is a tough job, definitely being the referee. You've got to keep your attention. When the one player will be sitting in the chair, they can rest and think about other things. The referee has to be on all the time. Last attempt. Proves to be a good one.
Where's the brown going to end up? Uh-oh. Just passed? Oh, no.
Bad hit off that horn right there. Just slid a little bit. It would be all right, but this looks like a frame clearing chance for On Yee to take this match 3-0.
Yeah, perfect on this blue. Painful few fouls there.
So yeah, we will be after this match stepping aside for just a few moments, but we'll be coming up with our next match of Mink Nucharat against Marissa Du. It should be a fantastic match here, but here On Yee strikes first. She takes a 3-0 victory in her first match of this Wine Cellars U.S. Women's Snooker Open Championship of 2023. So keep that stream standing by. Even feel free to like us and subscribe, because then you'll get updates of when we come back live. So Stay tuned. Great match coming up soon.